The story opens under the golden sunlight of Manila's high society, where the city hums with both wealth and poverty, two worlds coexisting but never touching. The camera pans over a sprawling Spanish-style mansion perched on a hill, its iron gates polished like mirrors, its garden blooming with orchids. Inside, laughter echoes as an exclusive garden party is in full swing. Crystal glasses clink. Expensive perfume floats through the air. At the center of it all is Mrs. Valeria Cortez, a glamorous woman in her late 40s. Her diamonds sparkle brighter than her smile, her gestures elegant but sharp like glass. She's known for her cold heart, her obsession with status, and her ability to make anyone feel small. The city's elite surround her, flattering her with shallow praise as a live pianist plays in the background. Outside the gates, however, life is different. A barefoot 12-year-old boy named Miguel stands by the curbside, clutching a small basket filled with handmade wooden trinkets shaped like musical notes. His hands are cracked from work, but his eyes hold a quiet brilliance. Every day, he walks miles to sell these little charms so he can buy rice for himself and his sick grandmother. Today, fate leads him here. Hearing the piano music drifting from the mansion, Miguel is drawn to it, like a moth to light. Music is his dream. He once played on an old, broken keyboard his late father found in the trash. Though it had missing keys, Miguel taught himself melodies by ear. As he stands outside the gate, he whispers a small prayer and calls out, "Good afternoon, ma'am. Would you like to buy one of my lucky charms?" The guards move to shoo him away, but Valeria, hearing the interruption, turns her head. Her friends chuckle. "Oh, another street boy," one says mockingly. Amused, Valeria gestures for the gate to open. "Let's have some fun," she says, her smile wicked. Miguel steps inside nervously, his bare feet leaving dust on the marble tiles. The guests surround him, some recording on their phones. "So you make these yourself?" Valeria asks. Miguel nods politely. "Yes, ma'am. I make music charms. They bring good luck." "Music charms," she repeats with mock surprise. Then her eyes drift to the grand piano in her living room, a shining black Steinway worth more than Miguel could ever imagine. "Tell me," she says slyly, "can you even play?" The guests burst into laughter. Miguel hesitates. I try to, ma'am." Valeria smirks. "All right then, here's a deal. If you can play something beautiful on that piano, I'll adopt you." Gasps fill the room. The pianist looks uncomfortable. "Ma'am, maybe," he begins, but Valeria silences him with a wave. "Come on, boy. Impress us." Miguel walks to the piano, his heart pounding. His reflection trembles on the glossy surface. He sits down slowly, his fingers hovering above the keys. The guests whisper and giggle, waiting to mock him. Then, softly, his fingers press the first note. The melody that fills the air is not a song anyone recognizes, it's something he made himself, inspired by the hum of city streets, the laughter of children, and the sound of rain hitting tin roofs. The tune is tender, raw, and heartbreakingly pure. The laughter dies. Every note carries the story of his life, his hunger, his dreams, his loss. When the final chord fades, the silence in the room feels sacred. A tear rolls down the pianist's cheek. Even Valeria's proud mask wavers. But she claps, once, twice, slowly, mockingly. "How dramatic," she says coldly, tossing a few pesos on the piano. "A street boy with a tune. Take your charity." Miguel lowers his eyes, picks up his basket, and whispers, "Thank you, ma'am." Then he leaves. Outside, the laughter resumes, but inside Valeria's heart, something tiny and uncomfortable has awakened. The melody refuses to leave her mind. Days pass. The mansion grows quiet. The guests have gone, but the echo of that melody still lingers in Valeria's mind. She tries to ignore it, by shopping, attending galas, and gossiping, but at night, when the city sleeps, the music returns. It haunts her. One evening, she's scrolling through her tablet when a viral video catches her eye. Street boy stuns millionaire with piano talent, true angel of Manila. Her heart skips. The thumbnail shows her own living room. Someone had filmed the entire thing. The comments are brutal. Greater than, "How can a woman be so heartless? This boy deserves a stage, not pity." Her name trends on social media. The humiliation stings, but deeper than that, shame begins to take root. For the first time in years, she feels something real. Guilt. Driven by curiosity and remorse, she hires a private investigator to find the boy. Weeks later, she receives an address in a poor district of Quiapo. Her chauffeur drives her through the narrow, crowded streets filled with jeepneys and vendors. The air smells of roasted corn and hope mixed with struggle. When she steps out, her designer heels sink into the muddy road. Children watch her curiously. Then she sees him, Miguel, sitting under a small tin roof, surrounded by kids. He's teaching them how to make the same wooden trinkets. Some whistle tunes while others hum the melody he once played in her mansion. Valeria's eyes fill with tears. The boy she mocked is teaching others to dream. When he notices her, his smile fades. He stands protectively in front of the smaller kids. "You shouldn't be here, ma'am," he says quietly. "I came to apologize," she says softly. "You were right. You have a gift." Miguel looks away. "You laughed at my gift." Her voice trembles. "I know. And I was wrong. I want to help you now. I'll pay for your lessons, your school, anything you need." Miguel hesitates. "Why?" Valeria swallows hard. "Because I care." He studies her face, searching for truth. Then, with the wisdom beyond his years, he says, "You don't help people because they're poor, ma'am. You help them because you care. That's the difference." Valeria's eyes fill. "Then, teach me how to care," she whispers. From that day, she visits often, quietly funding his lessons, arranging for his grandmother's medical care, and watching his growth from afar. The woman who once mocked the poor now finds peace and kindness. Months later, a grand Manila concert hall glows with lights. Banners read, "Charity Concert for Street Musicians," featuring Miguel Santiago. Miguel, now 13, stands backstage, wearing a clean white shirt and black trousers. His heart beats fast as the announcer calls his name. The same trembling hands that once played for mockery now hold courage. He walks onto the stage to thunderous applause. As he sits at the piano, he glances toward the audience, and sees Valeria in the front row, smiling softly, no diamonds this time, just tears in her eyes. Miguel begins to play. The same melody fills the hall, but this time, it's no longer a song of sadness. It's a song of triumph. It rises like sunlight, echoing through the marble hall, lifting hearts. The audience is spellbound. Some cry. Others close their eyes and sway. The music feels alive, like it's healing every wound it touches. When the final note fades, the crowd erupts in applause. Cameras flash. People stand, clapping endlessly. Valeria walks onto the stage, her voice trembling. "Miguel, the world needs to hear your music. You don't need me to adopt you, but I hope you'll let me stand beside you." Miguel smiles. "You already did, ma'am. You helped me believe in kindness again." The hall fills with cheers. Valeria hugs him, and in that embrace, the rich and the poor, the proud and the humble, become equal. As the lights fade, the camera pans out to the Manila skyline. The sound of Miguel's piano carries through the night, whispering a message that echoes across the city. Kindness is the music the world needs most.